Hello Internet, and welcome back to Does It Science, one boy's tragic story of becoming a man, and the friends he meets along the way. But mostly we're just here to debunk some bullshit on the internet. Such as... Yep, that's the level this show is sunk to. But hey, don't blame us. You're still watching, aren't you? Now, how about we ease in with some smooth jazz? Wait a minute, what's going on?
Can't use the desk anymore.
Why?
Lease is up.
Are leases up? You rented a desk?
Yeah, man, we're already like 3 months behind.
How much could the payments possibly be?
More than this show's budget.
So what am I supposed to do? I can't do the show in the empty vacuum of space without a desk. Guys? Well, here we go, I guess. Channeling, the process of a person's body being taken over by a spirit for personal communication, is one of the oldest ideas in mysticism. No, wait. Channeling, the process of a person's body being taken over by a spirit for the purpose of personal communication, is one of the dumbest ideas this show has covered. No. Channeling, the process of a person's body being taken over by a spirit for the purpose of personal communication, is a powerful means of spiritual unfoldment and conscious transformation. As you channel, you build a bridge to the higher realms, a loving, caring, purposeful collective higher consciousness that has been called God, the all that is, or the universal mind. Channeling involves consciously shifting your mind and mental space in order to achieve an expanded state of consciousness. So say Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer, authors of Opening to Channel, How to Connect with Your Guide. I'm sorry, what? I thought we were just talking to somebody's grandma, and now we're building bridges to God? What have I gotten myself into now? Oh yeah, this part. Hold on, this won't take long. Falsifiability. You can't prove that a supposed medium isn't connecting with spirits, any more than they can prove, and this is important, that they are. Channeling is therefore unfalsifiable. Reproducibility. If you sicked two different mediums on the same set of victims, do you think they would get the same results from their post-corporeal conversationalists? No? Weird. It's almost like it's not reproducible. Control. Refer to the previous example. Adding the results of a non-medium, however large or small, in itself would be a valid control, to at least determine if there is anything at all to this beyond random chance. Consistency. I shouldn't even have to explain this one to you. Spirits don't communicate with people, because there's no such thing as spirits, and if there were, they wouldn't choose to communicate with the people they love the most through a game of 20 questions. Naturalistic explanations for naturalistic phenomena. Is this the part where I talk about mental health? No? That's later? Okay. What, do I have to spell this one out too? No. Of course, there's also that neo-dark age side to channeling. You know what I'm talking about, with the books ghost-written by those 35,000-year-old gods from Atlantis. Now where do I even begin with that shit? Wait, I know. Why Atlantis? Why not Cairo, or Samaria, Babylon, or Carthage? Or, you know, anywhere that actually existed. In che modo qualcuno de 35,000 anos habla inglés. Why now? Why after all this time? After all these seasons of The Simpsons? After all of these open vessels just waiting to be filled? Do you wait until now to choose a medium? And why do you have a fake British accent? Okay, let's talk about mental health. At what point should we start to be concerned for these people? At what point should you be concerned if you or a loved one starts to hear the disembodied voice of dead cave people? Psychologist James Alcock of York University calls the phenomenon automism, automatic behavior over which an individual denies any personal control. What we would recognize today as a form of dissociation. You know, as in dissociative identity disorder. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who does the channeling is experiencing DID, but how many people are suffering without treatment because they don't understand the severity of their condition? More importantly, are these really the people you should be taking life advice from? Why is a dead Atlantean any more qualified to tell me how to live my life and find peace and enlightenment in the 21st century than anyone alive today? Have our values not evolved as a society? It's hard to know where to stop with topics this ridiculous, but I think we'll be making our exit here. What wisdom do voices from the past have to teach us that we can't learn from looking at history? There isn't some ancient knowledge lost to time, no secret code buried in the ruins of time immemorium. The voices of the past have nothing to teach us that we can't learn ourselves. So stop listening to the past and look to the future. Make the kind of world you'd like to see if you came back as a spirit guide in 20,000 years. Like you do. Thanks for tuning into the old Does It Science show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and after you've checked out the rest of the shows on the IndiCarnival channel, you can just mosey on over to IndiCarnival.com and watch some exclusive content, as well as next week's episode of Does It Science. I've been your host and also Nolan. Y'all come back now, you hear? Shuck 'em up.
Check them up. Hello, t-shirt.